Instagram. Give us our account back. Give it back. Because that is a year of hard work. Like Cash just said. That's a year of hard work, blood. Stop playing games, man. Quit playing games, boy.
Hashtag give it back.
Give it back. Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 52 of the Sweet Science Podcast with your boy, Fat Mouse. What else we got in here? I'm
Cash with a K and not a C.
Guys, 52 weeks amounts to a year. That's a year.
12 months.
65 days, that's 12 months. That's 4 quarters. Blood.
That's mad.
It's a long time, bruv.
That's mad.
A long time still.
4 quarters.
Welcome back. It's a good feeling, but it's not as good as it could have been because Instagram have disabled our account. They've done this it's been about a week now. It's been a week, exactly. What a violation. It's not nice.
We literally violated them.
We violated them,
so they violated us.
I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's raging, isn't it? It's enraging because
it's gone.
It's gone. Poof.
Yeah. Like that.
Like so.
Our hard work for the past 12 months, 52 weeks.
There are late nights involved in that, you know that?
Early mornings.
Late nights, early mornings.
Everything in between. You know them ones when you just want to sit on the toilet seat and just enjoy yourself, but you got to post what's going on?
Es difícil.
Oh, that's dank.
Pero Instagram es violator.
You know? There's been times when we've been literally on our last legs, but we wanted to provide for the fans on Instagram. We couldn't do it. There was no internet. There was no connection. There was no light at the end of the tunnel.
Flipping Brazil, bruv.
But how did we do it?
No light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, we made it happen.
We made it happen. We did do it.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. It's a bit frustrating because it is a lot of hard work. People don't understand it, and it takes time to build a good and legitimate following. So we've disputed it. We're in contact. Well, we're not even in contact yet. But we've reached out to Instagram, so hopefully they do get back to us. But all I can say is that, we've learned from our mistakes.
Man's being apologetic.
Mistakes, And, we will develop and continue to grow. And hopefully this issue won't occur again. So anyone who's wondering where our Instagram has gone, because there have been a few people that have picked up on it, and those people, thank you, because you are our fans.
Rocking with it.
We will be back very, very soon. Inshallah. So that's just basically where we start. A sour note to start our 12-year and 1 year anniversary of the Sweet Science.
1 year. I'm 1 year old.
Can we talk about just the journey, bro?
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna just point it out because it's bugging me. Because when I look down at this,
oh yeah.
I keep my hats in the back, not back seat, but like the back behind the back seat of my car. And I just noticed that this has got some oil patch on it. I don't know where it came from. I don't put oil on my hats. I don't understand how it got there. But if you see it, just ignore it for now, innit? We'll get that rectified. But yeah, it's just something that I know.
I'm gonna zoom in now for the whole episode, so everyone can just see it. No, I was just saying, let's talk about the journey, man. Been 12 months, bro. Like
12 months. It's been a long time. There's been, I'm not gonna lie to you, a couple of times about me personally. I've kind of just said, I just want to stop, man. It's just getting too much. I've already got 1,000,001 things going on in every aspect of my life. I can't really take this on. It's getting a bit much. Shout out to Cash. I do have to say this. Shout out to Cash, because for the past month at least 4 episodes or more, he's single-handedly done all the editing, and that means, again, like he said, late nights and early mornings. So thanks for that, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. That's helpful. But again, in every good team, there are teammates and team members. I'm not one of them. And you are definitely not one of them. So guys, like I mentioned many times without him being here, I'm looking for someone I'm joking. No. But again, it's been crazy. It's been one of those weird, like, it wasn't random, but it came out. It wasn't a random idea that we had. We spoke about it in the first episode. If you guys are new here,
go and check the first episode. We spoke about how it came about. We had been discussing this for ages, but it kind of went on the back burner for a long time.
Yeah.
And then one random night, I remember we were in Walthamstow.
Yeah.
I think we were having food,
Yeah.
and then you said, Cash, I think we should do the pod.
Blood, I just want to get this started, and we did it.
And we did it in a couple of
Zero
weeks.
regrets. Yeah, literally up and running quickly like that. Zero regrets. It's mad. There have been some sensational times, and there's just been some that less so, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Tired, don't want to be here, not in the mood. It's mad because like sometimes people pick up and they be like there was something up in it. Sometimes people say you lot were beefing just beforehand, like say with some couple back. No, that's not even that. I just think sometimes the mood is slightly off, and where possible we try to hide that, if anything. If it does come through, it does come through. I'm only human after all. Do you get me?
Amazing.
But that's just how it goes, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you
Yeah, 100%.
for rocking with it for a whole
For the guys who have been there from the beginning, and for the guys who've just joined us, we appreciate the support. You know,
110%.
sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's minimal, but regardless, the support. You know, when we get it, it's that one comment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Sometimes it's that one comment which actually pushes you through to carry on, because it does get it does drag on a little bit, and sometimes, you know, when you don't see the progress which you anticipated to make,
I'm telling you, bro.
it hurts a little bit, but you push through it, and you know.
Speaking of progress, can I talk about it?
Go on.
The other day I was training and I was in the zone, innit? And when I'm training, sometimes my mind just wonders if I'm on the bike or something like that. And I just said, why don't we do a live show? Yeah? Why don't we do a live show? And in my head, I was thinking, it's going to be mad. When I do relate it to anybody, it sounds like what is this joke thing, flipping carnival you're trying to set up, yeah? Circus. But just hear me out for a little bit. I'm not asking for bare people, 300 people. Just set out some little humble venue, yeah? 300 people. Now, we are the Sweet Science Podcast. What are the two main things that we do? What is our bread and butter? Bread and butter, or bread and butter? What is it? It is desserts and combat. Ally? Cool. Boom. So, I don't know why I'm explaining it to everybody, because it's difficult to have to... But guys, before we continue, are you going to subscribe firstly? Are you going to subscribe? Do it now while we're talking. Yeah, it's been however long it's been. Just do it. Anyway.
Comment, like, and...
Schwarat.
Like it?
Shwar it.
Hear me out. 300 people. Now, I think we've got enough, at least, brethrens and extended friends to just fill that out. Just to fill it out. And then it becomes a little bit more comfortable, because I know Cash, and I know how I am as well. If I go out there, I'm going to be one of two people. Either I'm going to be overly hyper and bring the show to you lot, or I'm going to be a little bit like, I don't know what to do now, I'm going to go home. Yeah? But sit there. I'm thinking there's, you know that punch, I broke my hand on one of them, by the way, in Morocco, yeah? But you know that punching arcade game where you test your mind? Have one of them there, yeah? However many people want to get involved. See who's got the biggest punch of the crowd. What do they win? They win something. I don't know yet what, but something.
A donut.
Crossovers. You want a donut? Yeah? UFC tickets, perhaps.
Ooh.
I don't know about that, but you know, do you get me? And we also have a Oprah Winfrey moment. Everybody reach under your seat. Everybody reach under your seat. You're all getting it. What are you getting? A sweet ass dessert, baby. A fine ass snack, honey. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tell me that's not like something you want to get involved in. If it is, please leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Because I'm thinking about this, and I told Cash, and he outright said, nope, it's not something on my radar. It's a shit idea. It's terrible. He shut it down so quick. I was like, but just hear me out. And I started moving like a crackhead. Like, come on, man. It's going to be good, man. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I know that it's a challenge, but it's something that I think we can execute well. We can get it done. And I think a lot of people would be enjoying themselves, including us. Mm-hmm. And it validates what we're doing. Imagine 300 people, it's not a big number, but 300 people showing up to see us talk and to back this little movement, if you like, that we're doing. That's amazing. I'm genuinely thinking about it, innit? And I would appreciate, guys, genuinely, I would appreciate it. Because sometimes I say, oh, please leave a comment, I'd appreciate it. I don't see anything. I would appreciate it if somebody could, or some of you could leave comments and say, that sounds like a good idea. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you're not ready for it yet. Even if we're not ready for it, I'm going to push for it. Yeah, I'm gonna push. I think if one person says it's a good idea, that's not.
It's done.
He's
He's gonna book the venue and then call me.
Cash gonna be swayed. 100%. If you let me do that, I'll do that. Not let me, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, obviously. It's a discussion we'll have in a couple of years. I remember the morning I woke up and he has sent me that voice note. He's like, bro, you're gonna say no? Like, he knew I was gonna say no anyway. He's like, you're gonna say no, but I've got an amazing idea. In brackets, shit. But he said it's an amazing idea. Listen. Let's do a live show. Let's do it like I have to rate the enthusiasm, bro. Enthusiasm, the energy. It was early in the morning. I don't know how he had it in him.
Gym.
And yeah, so I shut it down. But
he shut it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You guys,
offensive. The way he shut down was offensive. I was like, blood.
He was, yeah, I could tell. But listen, I was gonna say, you guys can combine with him and persuade me. Who knows?
Do it.
Who knows?
Leave some comments.
Who
please.
knows?
If you would even consider rocking with your boys, yeah, then let us know.
The tickets are gonna be about £1,000 per person. Only 1,000.
Now, real talk. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say not for profit, but the money's not. That's secondary. That's tertiary. It's 3 levels.
Wow.
Down, that's tertiary. We just want something like. Let's just do it. You understand? I don't know what primary and secondary is at this point, but like the money it's not there for the money because how much are we gonna make from 300 people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get me? Probably all gonna go on flipping cake and a boxing machine anyway. But think about it. Does the concept tickle your fancy? Does it tantalize your taste buds? Let me know, innit? Because we want to know. I'm ready to do it. I want to do it.
He's ready.
Don't come. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I'm gonna. He's telling me what to do because I'm the editor.
President?
Donald Trump.
Yes. It's not even him anymore, but it was him anyway.
Biden.
It's a whole new thing going on. Anyway, forget that.
Yeah.
So as I said, yeah, I didn't say. Just before this, I was at the gym, and this is something I did want to talk about. Again, we're not yet in the pod, but it's something I wanted to talk about. I think it's because I've got my traditional like background, yeah, and my culture. We don't walk around naked. You cannot see my William, yeah. But Bandem in the gym believe it's like in the gym, in the changing room, it's acceptable to have your bits just dangling all over the gaff. I don't understand it. Is it normal?
I don't think so at all.
It can't be accepted, can it? Bruv, you're getting a towel, you're making convo with me. Firstly, we don't speak. Why are you choosing to speak to me while you're flossing your bum cheeks? While you're flossing your cheeks? Why are you speaking to me then? Why are you grabbing 2 hairdryers like a flipping cowboy western movie and fanning your balls with 2 hairdryers? That next man are gonna have to put in their hair. They're gonna have pube head. Do you get me?
No, it's true.
Why? Like just
I don't get it.
Towel your bits. Like me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I shower in the cubicle. I dry myself in the cubicle and I get dressed in the boxers and vest, and then I walk to my area, like my safe space, and I get dressed. Why must you sit? Check this out. The whole thing is upside down. The process of getting ready. You sit down on the bench. No, you go there naked, yeah? You put a towel on the floor for your wet feet. Like, say that's more important than your wet things, yeah? Then you sit down on the bench, put on your socks. Bum print on the wooden bench, put on your socks. Then your shirt and tie. I beg you tell me why you're putting on your shirt, tie and cufflinks when your balls is out. Why are you doing that? On what planet is that normal? Is that how you get ready at home? I know for a fact you don't. Do you like the warm wood, the cold wood on your bum? What is it? Why do people do that?
That is strange.
And then they decide to get ready afterwards. Then they'll put on their boxes. If they could put their trousers on first and their shoes, then hide their bits, they would do that. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And they're talking to each other. Yeah, so it was a busy day at the office today. We turned over 1,000 million. Okay, blood, turn over your sheet, your underwear, and put that on. Put that on first before you start talking about flipping this fiscal year, bruv. Physically hide yourself, rude boy, first. I don't understand.
No, it's weird. It's not normal.
It happened today. And like, if I'm normal, like I'm just there, I've usually got my headphones in even when I'm getting like changing it because they're wireless, isn't it? Not paying attention. As soon as someone appears around me in my area naked, I just freeze up. I'm like, I turn into some awkward guy. Just hide yourself, man. I know I could just ignore it, but now there's a naked man in my vicinity. The air around his penis is gonna start floating around me, bruv. Do you get me? It's just, the whole thing is nasty, bruv.
Pause.
Anyway, I don't even know how we got here, man. It's just, I just want it to stop. I wish there was a rule where you could just not be naked in the change room. I don't know, man. Again, if you like the idea of being naked, if for you it's normal, then say so. Let us know. If it's abnormal and it's a bit weird to have your, flipping, whatever you want to call him, bruv, there on display, then let me know, bruv. Let me know that I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah.
Private, blood. It's private. Keep it to yourself, rude boy. Keep it to yourself. You get me?
They're called private parts for a reason.
Anyway.
Anywho, someone who had his backside squeezed and abused. We head into the main event of UFC 263, which was held in Arizona, Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes, I did it backwards.
It's fine.
That's damn. Cut.
That's it. Start
Let's go again.
Getting things wrong.
No.
Which I like. It's a little encyclopedia. But even they get things.
Yeah, so we return to the scene of the crime. Yep. 2 title fight rematches, and the first time ever we had a non-title 5-round non-main event fight. I probably said that wrong as well. It's probably meant to be non-title, non-main event 5-round fight.
It was,
but it is what it is.
5 rounds. It wasn't for a title, and it wasn't the main event.
But we'll start with the main event again. We'll talk about the guy who got his back cheek squeezed and abused. Israel Adesanya took on Marvin Vettori in the main event for the UFC Undisputed Middleweight Championship. I wouldn't say an eagerly anticipated rematch. I don't think anyone was really talking about it before it came about. But once it got agreed and people start talking about it and they see the bad blood between the two, yeah. And it was something that was a bit interesting. Adesanya coming off his first ever career loss. Vettori undefeated since then, dominating in his last win against Kevin Holland. We saw the way Jan dominated Adesanya on the ground. Bigger, stronger man, using his wrestling and grappling abilities. Could Vettori, which is what he's good at, and he showed very clearly against Kevin Holland, 5-round shutout where he just held him down and dominated him the whole fight. Could Vettori employ those tactics on Adesanya and win the title and be the first ever Italian UFC champion?
The answer is no, by the way, guys. You can't.
And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Adesanya put on a clinic. He was a clinician yesterday, a few nights ago, this weekend. Again, we talk about levels. We talk about levels in the game, and Vettori is a good fighter, but Adesanya is elite.
I agree again completely. I was having a conversation with another friend of mine. He said it's like 52-48 to Adesanya. Why? Because off his back, Adesanya is not great at all. We've seen his weaknesses, if you like. Sorry. Hey, VIVA again, it's bullying, man. We've seen his weaknesses, and off his back, which is where Vettori will get him, he's not good. He's not great. He struggles. Okay? Boom. So that was the prediction going into it. If Adesanya wins, won't be too surprised. If Vettori wins, I'll understand that one too. And I kind of shared that same sentiment, but not fully, because I am very much in the hype of the fighter. Do you get me? And despite the fact that he lost his last fight, he's not to be played with, man. That guy, he moved up there. That was a difficult thing for him to achieve, and he tried it. Took it like a man, took it like a gentleman, and he didn't let a loss in his UFC career phase him. Yeah? Vettori's performance was like a split. If you want to talk about ratios, when I said 52-48, it's literally a 2-98. It's literally that, 98 to 2. It was 2. Vettori had no response, no answer for anything.
Yes.
He was deluded in thinking, even when Cordero?
Yes, Rafael Cordero.
Rafael Cordero is telling him, you're losing the fight.
He's arguing with him.
Lost that one. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? Are you okay? Are you normal? Are you normal? Are you normal?
Are you normal? Are you normal? Are you normal?
Come on, bruv. You're where are you winning? Your leg is going. Your leg is every kick now is landing. Okay, not every kick. That one where he caught the kick
right at the beginning, first round.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. I was like, whoa, that takes up. It was timed amazingly. It was anticipated perfectly. But then Izzy did magic in there to get out of it. Do you understand? Again,
and that's exactly what you were going to say. Is you were talking about beforehand the ability on his back.
Yes,
he's always been someone slippery and like very hard to hold down when you get him down. It's hard to take him down anyway. But when you get him down, he's hard to keep down. But Jan gave us the blueprint. But again, people seem to forget. Izzy moved up a division. And not only did he move up, you've got to look at it in context. He could have moved up and fought a small light heavyweight or a lighter light heavyweight. Does that make sense? Someone not as big and thick and strong as Jan. Jan is a huge, big, strong guy. Jan holding down anyone in the light heavyweight division is an issue anyway, let alone someone who isn't the biggest middleweight in the world. He's tall. He's 6'4".
That's where his weight comes from.
Exactly. But he's thin. He's skinny. He's very skinny. And again, Vettori said it to Adesanya afterwards. He was surprised by how strong Adesanya is. Again, on those exchanges, when Adesanya was on the ground, he got up. He got up easily. It was easy, and he did all the right things to get up. Like he would spin, gave his back for a moment, but like everything he did was just wow. Like I was wowed. He was on point.
Like,
you saw the drastic improvements from the Jan fight. And even I was a bit worried and surprised. I had Adesanya going in. Adesanya again is, in my opinion, is easily top 3, top 4, top 5 in UFC history.
As in like ever, or what you saying?
No, just in the current roster. In due course, in the division, definitely he will be.
But like he really does make it look easy. He really does. He turned this very competitive fight into quite a boring one. Like you were saying, it was a little bit boring.
So. In my eyes, it was not. It was a boring fight, and the boring. What I mean by boring is
there was none of that fancy entertainment make you want to go, hey, do you understand?
Yeah, like it's Adesanya. It's probably my own fault because I am so used to seeing Adesanya in there and being a showman, but also stopping these guys and throwing beautiful combinations and putting pressure on when it's necessary, etc. In the Jan fight, I understood it because again, I looked at it in the context of the fight. Jan, power puncher, strong man. You don't want to take that risk, especially if you're moving up in weight. You got to be very calculated. And the fight, which was a chess match, I knew going into it was going to be like that, and I understood why it played out like that. This one, the reason I said it was boring, and me and Miles were talking about it before, and we had a bit of a not an argument, but back and forth about it, was because I had so much anticipation from them to themselves. I thought they were going to go in and have a war. Again, it's my fault, it's my mistake. But the way they spoke, the way they talked to each other.
That's what we expected. That is what everybody would have expected.
And I thought, the only thing is, Adesanya did everything he needed to do. Everything he needed to do, he made it easy. His face was just the way, as soon as the way he walked in, he left the same way. I think he had like a little cut on his lip or a bruised lip. But apart from that, he hardly took any shots, clean, flush. Again, he was in there, he was comfortable, he didn't look tired, he had fun. It was easy. All I wanted to see from Adesanya is a bit more output. The reason being is that I thought if he did, again, you said it perfectly, Vettori didn't have an answer for him. So when Adesanya was hitting him with combinations or trying to, again, Vettori has improved, but he hasn't improved to the extent where I think Adesanya wouldn't be able to eventually break him down and stop him. I think if Adesanya put his foot down and put the gas on, he could have.
If he let them fly a little bit more.
That's my opinion, because afterwards he said I was looking for the knockout too much or something like that. He said I wasn't as calculated as I should have been. Again, it might be me thinking or seeing things differently, but I thought maybe if he did put more pressure on Vettori, he probably could have cracked him and beat him. One thing I want to say though is I really want to see Adesanya from more body shots. These guys don't. UFC fighters don't in general show.
Taller than Vettori, innit? So to come down to the body, a kick maybe. Yeah,
Kicks,
he
yeah.
bare times. But so many so, in fact, that he kicked him in his balls.
I just think because he's so precise, and someone like Vettori, you're not going to knock him out with one punch to the head.
Yeah.
It's very difficult unless you're flipping. If you're Ngannou, then you can. But again, that blockhead. Vettori got like no neck, beast, goonie monster.
He just looks
It's
like a
this
creature.
animal, yeah. He's gonna come forward. Them kind of guys, you want to break them down and chop the tree and try your best to try, even getting in a couple times. But again, that's he say she say. It's literally.
Were you not in the cage?
It was so dominant. It's just me picking holes at something, which is very difficult to do. It's just me trying to because I wanted to see a knockout basically. So it's me trying to find a way for him to do it. Yeah.
Vettori refused to see his flaws and his mistakes. So much so that he said,
again,
I thought I won that. He told him, and like, Izzy again, like he's like, what are you talking about, man? It was 45.
Izzy went to him after the fight and shook his hand and said, let's chat, let's respect. And then Vettori said what he said, and Adesanya said, you know, bun this guy, man. What are you talking about?
Like, and he did. It's 50. Are you going to argue with 3 judges? 50-45, all of them.
Yeah.
Every round.
That is more clinical than a knockout.
Yeah, it's actually more embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like you lost every single, because with a knockout you could have been winning 4 out of the 5 rounds.
Exactly.
And get a knockout, you know, which could have happened in one of the fights that we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
But it didn't. So then you could always question that, well, I was beating you and you got your lucky punch kind of thing. Adesanya didn't put the nail in the coffin. He buried the whole coffin.
Yeah,
do you get me?
Exactly.
Because it was just literally, there was no answer for anything he did.
There would be a long journey.
Excuse me.
It's a long journey for Vettori to get back to a title fight, to be honest. Because you're going to have to, not only are you going to have to dominate everybody that you fight, you're going to have to say that you've improved enough to actually now face this guy that is also improving at the same time at a faster rate. It's impossible, bro.
But one thing though, I like Vittori's never say die attitude. Like,
yes.
Again, as deluded as he is, sometimes delusion can be in your benefit.
Yeah.
Because you will not stop until you get what's yours. And he's only 27 years old. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So again, you know, congratulations to Israel. He called out Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah. That's the fight.
It's the fight to make. It's the only fight that makes sense.
Exactly.
It has to happen next.
He's also lapping everybody.
Yeah.
He's doing an Usman.
Yeah. There's no one else really.
Adesanya's lapping everyone just like Usman is.
Yeah. So Bobby Knuckles is the one that makes sense. Vettori called out Mr. Drunk Man, Paulo Costa. Good fight. I like that fight.
It's a very good fight.
2 behemoths.
I like Costa. I
think Costa beats him.
I hope.
I think Costa beats him.
I just hope Costa's not deluded. I mean, he's refusing to fight right now anyway. So we're not going to see that fight. That's not who Vettori's going to fight next.
It'll probably be Bobby Knuckles.
No, I'm talking about for Vettori.
No, I'm saying for Israel, it'll definitely be Bobby. For Vettori,
we don't know what's going to be for Vettori, but I don't think it's going to be Costa. Costa's sat out. He's sat out. He's pulled out of a fight with Cannonier because of money. Because he wants YouTuber money. Come on now, man. It's just like, I think that's an excuse. And like Chael Sonnen says this, a very good way to back down from a fight that you don't want to have is by pricing yourself out or saying, nah, the money's not enough. Give me more money. You're not worth it, so you're just not going to fight. And there's like a sigh of relief. Do you get me? And I know if Dana crumbled and said, all right, cool, we're going to give you $1 million, he's going to be like, oh, damn it, I've got an injury. Do you get me? I like Costa. I do like him a lot. I just think that he just didn't want the fight. Maybe he's not ready. I don't know what the issue is, but if it's money, I get him because he's followed up every time he talks about money, he shows how much he's made and how little he's made. Yeah.
Oh, has he? I haven't seen his purses.
I can't remember, but we'll see if we can find it and put it up. But they've been pretty whack, innit? Mm-hmm. Everything was on our old Instagram page, but it's gone, so we can't see it anymore. We're gonna have to do some
hashtag give it back.
Give it back.
And then, but you know, good performance and one successful title defense to another, maybe.
Nope.
No. Nope. Jinx personal, Jinx final. We had the second rematch of the card. We had Deiveson Figuereido take on Brandon Moreno in a. That was probably the most anticipated fight
Of the night.
probably of the year so far,
Yeah.
because their first fight was absolutely amazing.
That was the best fight of that division in UFC.
That's the best fight I've ever seen.
It was a sick fight. Now,
I think anyway that
hardcore
recency bias maybe.
It's true, and that exists all the time, innit? So I get it. But hardcore Figueiredo fans are saying, no, he was 30%. He wasn't well. He was at the hospital the day before. Dana concurred and said, actually, that's true. That is actually what happened. He said that's what happened. He said I wasn't feeling great. He performed better than he did in this episode, in this fight, in the rematch.
So yeah,
He performed better when he was at 30% than he performed at this rematch.
100%. So yeah, Figueiredo put his UFC Flyweight title on the line. UFC against Brandon Moreno, and Moreno absolutely dominated.
He is now the first Mexican-born UFC champion. Number one. That's the first thing. Like you said, he dominated. He couldn't. He just, again, it's similar to the thing. He just didn't have answers. Figueiredo wasn't. His power wasn't really. He wasn't letting off. His power wasn't, which we know he's known for his power. Mm-hmm. It wasn't being displayed. I don't know what the word is, but we weren't experiencing it. Moreno wasn't experiencing his power.
I don't know what it was. Yeah,
he got under his skin.
That definitely happened. And Moreno didn't even do anything to get under his skin.
No,
I think
the narrative in his head.
Figueiredo was. I think Figueiredo underestimated him the first time. Felt embarrassed about what had happened, and the fact that everybody was saying, "Look what happened to you. You're meant to be this monster that kills everyone. This guy you were meant to destroy." Started to feel bad for himself. Started to feel a bit sorry for himself, and maybe didn't take it serious enough. And he had to eat humble pie. Because Moreno said, as soon as I came out of that fight, I wanted it again. And I spent time with my family for like a day, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get this rematch. I am going to train for it. Yeah. And 6 months solid, focusing on a killer in Deiveson Figuereido. I was shocked. Not by the result, but by the performance of how good Moreno looked and how bad Figueiredo was.
In comparison, yeah.
And it was, I don't think it had to do anything with anything out of their weight cut, or training or food poisoning or.
I think
the horse meat.
Weight cut has an issue.
Like, it can do.
He just about made.
But you hit the nail perfectly on the head when you said he performed better at 30%. I wonder what the weight cut was like last time when you were bloody taken to hospital. It must have been harder, and you outperformed. Yeah. Again, the rematch. I think the whole problem with rematches is sometimes when you go into a rematch, you don't follow your natural instincts or your natural game.
Yes, you're like, okay, when I did that the result was this.
Correct.
It was a draw. It wasn't great.
I think Figueiredo would have been better off coming out for another war than being reserved, trying to be more technical, trying to preserve his energy instead of going out there and actually going to war. But again, he looked a bit slower to me. I don't know if he looked slower or Moreno just looked razor sharp, because in exchanges, Moreno dropped him with a jab. I'm coming back and turning the AC on. It's too hot.
It just turned itself off. I don't think it's going to turn on. That's not even how you turn it on, bruv.
Oh, damn, I pressed something else. But it's back on. It's back on.
Okay, so if you hear a little bit of humming, unfortunately it is the AC, but it's Barbados in here, so we're trying to warm up. We're trying to cool down. But yeah, he, like you said, he was razor sharp. He was super fast. He was super he looked amazing. But it's to say, I think it was also Figueiredo not to take away from Moreno, but Figueiredo just couldn't do it, and it's not because he couldn't do it, because we've seen him before. He can do it. Moreno didn't let him. You understand? When you dampen somebody's mojo, dampen somebody's mood, flow. What am I talking about? Mood.
No,
dampen someone's flow. You make them look worse than they are. Yeah? So that is, I believe, what happened. Like you said, and like Moreno said, 6 months. I've been doing this, I've been training for this one person for 6 months. I've had no other focus. Now I'm gonna go home and eat some bad food and spend some time with my family and go on vacation. But
Mike Tyson.
It's been 6 months, yeah, that I've been doing this. He goes, to be honest, the biggest change or the biggest thing I brought into this camp or into this fight was my mentality, my mindset. I learned more about myself this time than I've ever known, and that's what makes him a champion. That's what makes him a winner.
Sometimes in life in general, but especially in fighting and combat, it's not always about who's the better man, who's the better fighter. No, you know, we talk about levels. Sometimes it's not always about levels. It's just about who's hungrier, who wants it more. And Moreno looks like from the first second of the first round to the last second of the fight, where he got that rear naked choking and submitted Figueiredo, which I didn't see happening. He looked like the hungrier man. He wanted it more than him. Again, was Figueiredo sipping a bit too much of his own Kool-Aid? We don't know. Yeah. But what I did like afterwards is the fact that he was very humble in his defeat. He kind of had to be, because he talked a lot, and he said that he was going to, finish this one off. So he didn't really have much choice, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, people storm off and get stroppy.
Exactly.
He shook his hand, he congratulated him, even picked him up and said, "You know what, you were the better man, you beat me." And sometimes it's easier to get on with a loss by doing that. Of course, accepting defeat is always the best way to come back from it.
That's exactly it.
And I think
because an L isn't a loss, an L is a lesson. Mm-hmm. So he's got 32 wins and 2 lessons, whatever his record is. Mm-hmm. You get me? It's like he's not over. He's not over. Like you said, his mentality after the fight shows that he's going to come back. You know when they strop and they leave and they sulk and stuff like that, that's the beginning of your decline.
Yep.
Yeah. So the fact that he's not got that, and Moreno kind of admitted, I think Figgy just tried to get into my head, and he just tried to create this. He tried to sell the fight, if anything, by creating this narrative of there being bad blood, and there really wasn't that. I'm really not.
It wasn't. The guy's one of the nicest guys. He's so jokes. I find him so jokes. Yeah.
Off his joke, man.
Ned Diaz is amazing, man.
Yeah.
He's like, he's amazing, man. We'll smoke some of that stew. He didn't. He never said that. I just made it up.
I know.
But yeah, man. Congratulations, the baby assassin. Congratulations, the assassin, Brandon Moreno. You shocked a lot of people, and you did Mexico proud, man. It's crazy.
He asked Dana if he's going to be a super. He goes, "If am I a superstar?" He goes, "If you win this, you will be." And he won.
The whole crowd was wild for him.
They were there for him. Yeah, they were there for him.
Literally, I think 90% of them were the Mexicans in there, and it was insane for him.
Imagine.
It was crazy. So yeah, it's the start of a superstar, probably. Yeah. A baby assassin and superstar.
He's got that persona. It's his own one as well, because it's very humble. He's very childish.
Jolly.
It's almost immature. He's jolly. Do you know what I mean? So he's a very likable guy. Very likable. And he goes, when I go to fight, I have to switch that off and just turn into a killer. And that's what I did. And
he did that. Faster, stronger, quicker. Faster, stronger, quicker. Quick up. And then got the win. So congratulations.
And obviously the final fight that we're going to speak about was the 5-rounder that wasn't a main event or a title fight. Was that purely for Nate Diaz? Nate Diaz wanted it, apparently, innit? I think so.
Wanted it to I believe so. Yeah.
So
you can't put Nate in a 3-rounder.
Yeah,
it's boring. It's not. It's pointless. He's not even that. It's not even that. He's a main event fighter.
Yeah.
So he's a 5-round fighter, and the fact, for the sake of stacking the card, why not? Like, I don't understand the point of not having.
It's going to happen sooner. That's
of course, there was meant to be like a 5-round fight anyway in the card before. So, they pushed it on, and why not? Like, I don't always get. I've seen some great fights with some good fighters who should be main event. They're not, because they're undercard of champions or whatnot. Yeah. Who are fighting 3 rounds, and I'm like, man, it's a bit. It's pointless. 3 rounds is too short, man.
It's not too short though, because you just need those. Like, you need that, innit? I get it. It would be nice to have all of them as a 5-rounder, but then some of these fights would be just so.
No, but I just think the big fight, like this, was a good example of doing a 5-round fight.
I get it.
100%.
I said, it's not like I will never do it again, but it's not something that's going to be commonplace.
Because basically in UFC, the main event always has to be a championship fight.
Yeah.
always, especially on the pay-per-view card.
Pay-per-view, yeah.
So you can never have a non-main event,
Yeah.
a non-title fight main event. Yeah. In boxing, you get that sometimes. Sometimes you get a championship fight that's not the main event, and then you can get two big names who are main eventing, and it's not a title fight.
Yeah.
But UFC doesn't work like that. So then it becomes difficult because you could have two guys. For example, I'm going back to Figuereido and Moreno first fight.
Yeah.
They're a main event. They're the championship fight. But again, what's a bigger sell? That or, for example, a Nate Diaz fight. It doesn't matter who Diaz fights. A Nate Diaz fight in general is going to be bigger. So the fact they made it a 5-round fight makes sense, and I think that they should look to do that going forward. Because you can't have all these guys fight, you know, who aren't main eventing or title fights that are 3 rounds.
I get it. That's true. It's
The lesser fights, or the ones that aren't the bigger draws, make sense.
When it's justifiable, 100%, I'd like to see that again because it does make it exciting. Nate Diaz is that type of guy that does need a 5-rounder.
Because
Put your hand up to speak.
No, because of what you just said.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't have 5 rounds and we had 3 rounds, we wouldn't have seen what we saw.
Exactly. So going into the fight, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Before we talk about the fight, I don't like him, man. Do you like him?
I love him.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. Like, I just.
It's just how he is.
Yeah, but I understand.
You just don't like it.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's like, oh no, but you can't dislike him because he's being himself. I don't like himself. I don't like who he is. Like, I don't have to like it. You don't have to like me. But I'm not gonna change so that you can like me. Do you get me? He's just weird. Like, just stupidness. Like, fuck this shit, man. I'm just here. I wouldn't fight him. I don't even care. Like, shut up, bruv. You boring guy. Like, just stop being weird. Grow up. How old is he? How old is he?
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Like your age, active age.
Can I check?
It's just,
Can't believe I got it
you're
wrong.
not 17 anymore, bruv. Do you get me? Stop acting like some weird rebel.
Yeah, but your ass is it like you're 17?
What?
All this smoking and that, like a fucking
That's exactly
teen.
another thing, just like barking the fat head in the conference. I don't rate that kind of weird stuff.
36.
36.
Stockton.
Bruv, stop. I don't even know if they saw that was my phone.
He's being Diaz.
Yeah, like, it's just weird. Like, you really need to act your age now. Do you get me? And I know you're selling this is you and whatnot, and it's fine. I just don't like it. I don't like it. And speaking of that, and to kind of carry on from that as well, I didn't like his performance. Whatever he did there when he's turning around and like shaking his bum at Leon Edwards. What are you doing? What was your plan? What was your plan? Where were you gonna go? Like, if he bit the bait, if he took the bait, what were we gonna do? I don't get it. I thought that was a stupid, weird game that you're playing. I think it's because you just didn't. No, I'm not gonna say didn't want to be there. You love being there. You love fighting, but you. What was your? I still don't know.
I don't know his game plan either. I have no idea. But again, it's Nate Diaz. No one knows. He probably doesn't even know. His coaches probably don't know.
But it just looked weird.
It did. I'll be honest with you.
What's his name? Romero. You know when he just does weird things sometimes that just out of place. But Romero's even more entertaining than that.
With Diaz, yeah.
It's just a weird.
So we both had Leon going in and winning, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. again,
Leon is very slept on. A couple of the man who I was watching the fight with said, "No, Diaz. Do you know who Diaz is?" I said, "You don't. I know who Diaz is. You don't know who Leon Edwards is.
Yeah,
there's a difference."
It's been 2 years of inactivity.
So, and again, he's not the biggest talker. He don't trash talk. He just goes about his business as he does. He's just one of them ninjas. He's quiet, goes in, does his job, leaves. He doesn't talk, doesn't try to sell. Again, it probably bit to his downfall. But again, it is what it is. He is who he is. He is who he is. So they fought 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And Leon Edwards, Rocky Edwards, walked away with a unanimous decision victory. Very dominant and very comfortable for 4 minutes, 4 rounds and 4 minutes of the 5th, before Diaz clocked him 1-2 straight down the pipe, boom, right on the chin, and Edwards went for a dance.
Perfectly placed punches, perfectly placed combo. like you said, Leon Edwards went for a dance. He
danced for a minute. He was gone. He was out of it.
Completely gone.
Again, testament to his chin, testament to the conditioning, because
resilience, ability to kind of deal with
to stay up, and because that left hand that landed would have slept or put a lot of people down. Diaz doesn't look like he has a lot of power in his shots, because the way he's built very skinny, lanky, and his shots sometimes look a bit wingy. But again, Andre Ward, one of the greatest boxers of all time, said it himself that Nick and Nate are very, very good boxers, and they would hold their own against a lot of boxers. So they're very known for their striking once they get going. Diaz didn't get going until very, very late.
He's a late starter, but this was very late.
This was very late, yeah. And even with the late start, he just didn't find he didn't find his rhythm. He couldn't ever get going. Again, Leon Edwards is very good at controlling range. He said, if I control range, you don't get me. I got lazy in the last minute. I was comfortable, too comfortable for my own good, and got hit. Diaz landed it beautifully, straight through the guard, straight on the chin. And Edwards managed to hang on.
But you say managed to hang on, but really and truly, again, please, I know you're going to say no, but don't take anything away from Leon, or don't get... Nate didn't jump on the opportunity.
No, it's true. No, I said that. I said it right when I was watching it.
I'm going to taunt instead.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
He was doing that.
I don't know what he was doing.
What were you doing, man?
Either he didn't realise how much time he had left in the round, they didn't clock, there's only less than a minute.
Maybe.
Because that's probably a cause of it.
I don't think he was gassed out.
Or, no, he's not. He wasn't gassed out. Impossible.
What was it then?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What's your excuse?
It was dumb. It was silly. Silly game plan.
It was
in
weird,
there.
Man.
Again, he does the taunting a lot, but this was on a different level today. I keep saying today, this weekend.
It was just weird antics. It was shenanigans. Do you know what I mean? It was palaver. Yeah,
you know, all this stuff.
It was just weird.
I get it, and it is Nate Diaz, isn't it? People love him for that reason. Some people hate him for that reason.
I don't hate him. I just
dislike him.
I just find this stuff odd, innit? I just think you're a grown man. Just behave like one, please. You get me?
But he invited everyone to the after party, which I went to, and it was it was amazing. Great after party.
It was sick, innit?
Thank man.
All them lines though, bro. I'm surprised they're here for the pun.
Can you see it?
Crazy. He's in the attached.
I saved it. When I go for airport security, I'm at Mario. Super Mario. Because my attached is big.
He's gonna
you guys don't get it?
later, and what's gonna fuel him? Anyway.
It's 5 a.m. Do I need coffee? Nope.
Man. But yeah.
Snort that.
I just think what's next for Nate? We can kind of say what's next for Leon.
This is what I thought should happen, and I think could happen, and I think will happen.
Yeah.
Is I think Nate and Masvidal will fight next.
Nate and Masvidal?
Yes.
No, I think it's more likely for Leon and Masvidal.
I don't think so. I think because Masvidal got brutally knocked out by Kamaru, Nate's coming off a loss. I think now it makes perfect sense for them to run back their BMF 2.0.
Firstly, that BMF title should no longer exist.
No, forget that. Just
you can't have a BMF title fight against two
the guys who lost
knocked out MFs. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They've both been but two of them coming off losses. It doesn't make you like. I'm not saying if you get knocked out, you're not a BMF or whatever. Like, I hate that anyway. But it's beyond that. It's like, all right, I know what persona you're playing, and you're meant to be these like unstoppable guys, but you've just both been mocked. So just remove that belt. That was a one-time.
No, I get 100%. I agree. Definitely no. I don't think it should happen again. I think it's one of the one-off things you do.
Rematch. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that makes sense in my opinion. Yeah. Again, so what we could possibly do, it really depends on Burns and Wonderboy and when Usman wants to come back. Yeah. Usman wants to come back sooner, then you can do him and Leon Edwards next.
Who's him?
Usman and him. Usman and Leon Edwards. If he wants to.
Impossible. Dana's already said it's not happening.
Why?
The next fight is Colby and Usman. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying in Edwards' perspective, if Usman wanted to come back and he wasn't fighting Colby, because this is what I was going to say,
sorry.
Is you take Edwards, but if Usman say he's coming back at the end of the year, you could fight the winner of Wonderboy and Gilbert. Basically, you fight Wonderboy if he wins, because it's someone you haven't lapped yet. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's fresh blood. That's what I was talking about earlier. Fight Wonderboy, have Leon and Colby fight each other. Winner of that faces the winner of that, and then you got Gilbert Burns there who could face the winner of Diaz Masvidal too. It's just a whole different.
I mean, there are more pawns in there.
Yeah. You play around with it, but Colby's gonna be next, which is what Dana has said, and they've been talking about it for time anyway. It's just about finalizing the date. Then you do the winner of Colby against Leon, Colby and Usman versus Leon, or if Nate and Masvidal don't fight, you could do Masvidal and Leon. But again, I don't think Leon should be going backwards now. It's either Colby, Usman, or
Masvidal.
Really?
Well, that's not going backwards, but that is because Masvidal still carries that name. You get me?
It's true. In terms of meaningfulness and ranking wise, okay, it's not going to do anything for him because you're third. It's not going to do anything because Masvidal's below you. But in terms of notoriety, I think Masvidal's like 6th or 5th or something. He's not too far down.
He can't get a title shot next.
And so it's the only fight. Yeah. It's either that or you wait for the Burns and Wonderboy winner. Burns and Edwards is Burns and Wonderboy's in August, I think. So it's next month.
That's too far away though.
Oh really? 1 month in between.
No, but then when do they fight next?
September, October. It's not too far. He's only been 1 month away.
He said he wants another fight this year.
Say for example, okay, it's only 1 month in between. It's not too far.
Yeah,
it's not too far.
I guess so. It's 2 months.
2 months. Sorry,
exactly.
I thought it was in July. No. Wait. I'll double check. I think it is in August though. Yeah, if it's 2 months, then it's a confusing one. But it's what I want to see.
It can be made. Yeah, it can be made.
I want to see Leon. Possible. This is what I was thinking about beforehand. Yeah, you can't deny Leon on the number of victories he's racked up since then. It's 10 now, 10 wins on the trot, yeah?
9.
Get rid of the no contest,
yeah.
which was after the ninth bout.
Yeah.
Based on that alone, you can't deny him a title shot. But it's just really annoying because, and this is what I'm going to say, and you might not agree with me, is the Bilal Muhammad fight, he should have gone in there, done his job, won viciously or won very impressively, and people would have said, yeah, give him Usman. Give him Usman next. That happened the way it happened. He didn't get the Usman fight because obviously it didn't end the way it should have. He fought Diaz. I think the performance was quality, but if he managed to stop Nate Diaz, people would have said, you have to have Usman next. The problem now is he won comfortably, comfortable.
There was adversity though.
Yeah, and it is as silly as it is. That one punch changes everything in the eyes of the world. Because when I look at it online and I was checking Twitter, checking YouTube, people were like, if Nate can do that, Usman and Colby and Masvidal will destroy him.
But the thing is,
it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't.
But
It's true.
It can and it can be valid.
Yeah.
And I see that now. Basically, that shot didn't do Leon any favors. Sometimes coming through adversity and winning does you favors, but that's usually when you're a younger fighter who's never been in that position before.
And when you're an underdog.
The fact that you were meant to win, in style and make it easy, and you should. You
did. Like,
but it's an audition. It's an audition.
Exactly.
And if your audition isn't up to scratch, you don't get that golden buzzer. You don't go to the next round. You don't. And I'm sorry, as many wins as you get, you're only good as your last performance. You were great, but that one shot kind of changes it. Because everyone was talking about that afterwards.
Exactly, that's what everyone spoke about, because it was a stanky leg. Like, you were shaking, you were dancing. Colby, even in his losses, his fights are mad entertaining. Who's he lost against?
Only Usman.
Exactly. So he's by far much more deserving. You can't deny that. But then what? Then where does it put him?
But that's what I'm saying though. If again, Leon could wait it out and probably on merit will get it. But if he goes in there and makes a statement against a Gilbert Burns, against a Masvidal, then you can't stop him. Then it's you have to be next.
Yeah. No, 110%. He's not this.
Because what could happen is Wonderboy starches Burns, and Wonderboy gets the title shot.
No, that's unfair.
That's what could happen.
It could happen. And
again, but then what could you say though? You could, because Dana could come and say, Wonderboy just absolutely dismantled Gilbert in 1 round, better than Usman did in 2. Example, because people do that. They talk like that. Oh, he did it in 1, he did it in 2.
So let's see.
And Wonderboy's never fought him, so let's get the fresh fight in. Do you get me? And so if if Usman and Covington is announced next, I think Leon get back in there straight away and win convincingly. Don't be this too calculated, too what's the word I'm looking for? Like playing chess. Go out there and look for the stoppage.
Too calculated.
Be smart, be intelligent. Don't throw the game plan out the window, but try and make a statement.
Yes.
Put the exclamation mark on your name because again, you're not the biggest draw already.
Yeah.
So if if he had stopped a Nate Diaz, knocked out a Nate Diaz, submitted a Nate Diaz, regardless of what people think about Nate Diaz, it is Nate Diaz. The name itself gives it to you. It's like beating McGregor now. Yeah, he's not the best fighter in the world anymore. By far from it. But if you destroy or knock out or stop like a Poirier did, you turn into a superstar overnight.
100%.
So, yeah, I think for Leon, he just comes back in there against someone big and then he gets title shot.
It's crazy. I guess, yeah, he, like you said, just get the win. He's the fight after his next fight, so 2 fights now should be a title fight, but you don't know how it's going to go, but he just needs to really make a statement. Like
Covington could beat Usman and they do it a third time. I don't see it happening. I don't see anyone being Kamaru.
Right now, it's
not at the moment, but
he's just unstoppable, he's
Covington and Usman are. Like Covington is his kryptonite a bit.
Bruv. Yeah, they're almost neck and neck.
So
they're almost neck and neck. So
let's see what happens.
It could go that way. Man, that's crazy.
Great night of fights.
Absolutely.
Great night of fights.
Absolutely. I don't even know like what's next week or whatever. I was just focused on this weekend's fights and it was a lot of fun, man.
Great card, good crowd.
Absolutely.
Uncle Dana's done it again.
Mad crowd. Every record he's braked. Every record he breaks, he breaks again. I don't know how true these things are. It was a great record. It was a great night. We broke the record that we set ourselves. I don't know how true it is, but anyway, he's doing a great job, and his model is very successful. So yeah, man, I'm there for it, man. I'm here for the whole thing because UFC is fast becoming my preferred thing to watch. It's crazy, man.
It's fun. It's fun.
Guys, this was episode 52 of the Sweet Science Podcast. I've been your boy Fat Mouse. Who have you been?
I've been Cash with a K and not a C.
And just please remember, if you want that live show, you need to convince this guy. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I'm ready to go. Yeah? Just give us a chance. Just convince this loser, this finger wagging idiot, that it makes sense. You know why? Because you won't be proven wrong. You won't be let down. How about that? How about that? Alright? Episode 52. Guys, thank you for rocking us for the whole year. For a whole year. 365 days, 52 weeks, 1 year, 12 months, all of that.
1 second. Pause it there 1 second.
He's going to tell me how many seconds it is.
You ruined it.
Go on, do it.
How many seconds in a year?
Can you tell you? It's 300 million.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
315,036.
No.
315,360,000.
No, it's not though, bruv.
It is.
It's 31,536,000, bruv.
31,536,000 million seconds. I said 500. 315,360,000 seconds. So 3 billion seconds.
30.
No, it's 31 million. You're right. 31 million. Yeah. What did I say?
315,056,000 billion.
Guys, it's been 12 months.
Thank you, guys.
Of us.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you for rocking with us, supporting us.
Man.
Carry on. Your support is greatly appreciated.
100%.
But yeah, whilst you're here and you've made it this far, join us for 13 months, 13 years, 13 decades. Who knows?
130 years.
Amazing. Inshallah.
Imagine that.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. I don't think I'm going to be doing this.
But listen though, I was going to say, because you've been there and you want to get to that stage, make sure you do subscribe. You hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload and drop something. More interviews, more content on the way. The Instagram should be back. We're going to do our best to get it back. If not, give it back.
Give it back.
We're going to try our best to get it back. If not, we're going to make a new one and we're going to start fresh.
You're going to have to refollow.
Yep. And schwar it.
Tell more friends this time because we need to claw back them followers.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to tell their friends.
Comment down below what you want to see next. what desserts we should try. Remember, once a month. More content, what you'd like to see, what you'd like us to do.
What do I do?
Obviously, tell him that you don't want him to do the live show. Thumbs up.
300 people, that's all we need. 300 people, that's all we need for a live show. If we can get 5 people that say, I would attend in the group, in the comments below, yeah? 5 people, I'm going to convince him to make it happen. 5 people that we don't like are not like family.
Nope.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Nope.
Come on, guys.
Don't forget.
I know you don't like this. I know you don't like this.
Don't forget to.
Schwarat. Oh, did I say it too soon?
No, it's fine. I don't know. I do. I was gonna say like, comment, and.
Schwarat.
Like it.
Share it.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.